Radhe Radhe, my dear. Here I met my beautiful friend, angel friend Santi, and he would like to share with us something he learned in his love in God, for God.
Hello, are we on?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll talk to your beautiful sister Alexandra regarding how to overcome some difficulties when somebody is forming some kind of issue with you, some injustice is going on, something that is close to your heart, that stimulates the ego and is hard to accept and runs a narrative in the head that is ongoing, a resentment, let's call it. The answer is the 3 A's. So you're looking at awareness of it. So if there's a narrative running that is dissatisfied with what's happening, is leading to something which is sitting bitter, it's a bitter pill to swallow, and there's something within the ego that wants to fight it, to control it, and the problem is that person is not someone you could control. The issue is not something that you can discuss, it's something you have to accept. So having awareness this problem is there is the beginning of peace. Accepting that there's nothing to be done with it, and then action. So the 3 A's, awareness, acceptance and action, are the peaceful response to and eventually the solution to the problem itself. So there will be obstacles in life we can't overcome simply, that we need to start with the awareness that that's the case. Now in recovery they say a prayer called the Serenity Prayer that allows you to be serene and peaceful, and that is God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. If we have the wisdom that this is something we can't change, we have the awareness to know that it's happening, we can accept it. And in that acceptance, serenity can be found, you can be peaceful. So at that point, awareness of it happening, acceptance that it's going on, that you can't change it, and then action to pray for them. So all you have to do is pray good for them. You might be questioning within the flesh and the ego, what could I pray for them? Because there's some resistance within the ego to this. It doesn't want to accept it. It's fighting, it wants to fight the issue, it wants you to lose your peace. The ego survives when you lose your peace. It survives when you're not satisfied. So at the point when you can have peace to know that the ego is fighting and that you don't need to partner with it, you could take action. So you could be 1, aware that it's happening, 2, be in acceptance of it going on, not fighting it, and 3, action to pray for them. So to pray for them would look like, what would you pray for your loved one when you are in a loving relationship? What would you pray for your son or daughter when you love them and support them? What would you pray for your brother or sister who you care a lot about? Would you pray for them to have a good life? Would you pray for them to have joy? Would you pray for prosperity for them to be able to afford the things they need? Would you pray for blessings upon them? Would you pray for God's favor? These are the things you're going to have to pray for this.
Tough.
For the sake of a better word, let's call it an enemy. You know, what would you pray for an enemy? Well, from spiritual understanding, our calling is humans to transcend the human condition. The ego is to love our neighbor as we love ourselves. Now, our neighbor includes our enemy. Everyone is our neighbor. Everybody we live with in this human world right now. So maybe somewhat more. It's maybe the severe prayers aren't needed for the ones we love so much because they are already in our loving circle. But the ones who are coming against us and persecuting us, that is the calling to pray for them more. So this is a perfect example of how to take action regarding any form of resentment or narrative, any form of obstacle, and any form of giant spiritually in our life that is trying to sabotage our peace. Awareness, acceptance, and action.
Thank you, Santi. I really need to apply this in my life.
God bless you.